Hi, friends. It's Donna at AK Gal Stamps, and I hope you're doing good today. It's Monday. It's already June. Oh, my dog's in here. Mia, go on. Go lay down. Go on. I don't know about you guys. My dog gets very stressed out when we put our fan on our stove because we've had a couple instances where frying things and that kind of thing has caused a little bit of smoke, and the smoke alarms are so loud. I'm amazed that our neighbors don't hear them, but it gets our dog very, very stressed out. So now if we turn the fan on early to preempt that from happening, oh, she goes crazy. She's up in our faces, in our laps, just going crazy. But that's not today. Yeah, I don't know what's up with her today. So anyway, I hope y'all are doing absolutely wonderful today. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day here in Springfield, Ohio. Yeah, she's laying right in front of me. Oh my goodness. But I have been very negligent in showing you my birthday cards that I got from people, and I really need to show them. I've got a lot of handmade cards and just cards in general. But before I get to my card, I'm going to flip the camera around so that I can show you these cards. I'll lift this down a little bit. Is that better? I think that's better. Get this all situated. Hi, Cindy. So I won this card from Chris Brower. She's in Minnesota. And she just used DSP on this. And yeah, I have to get this DSP. Yeah. So that was just really fun. It's like a travel type thing. I just got this card from my friend Donna Beller. It is so pretty. Got the purples going on, but that's from Donna. Let's see, I got this card from Beth, a birthday card, and she heat embossed that with white. Very pretty. I got this from Cindy. Of course, the purple. We love the purple. I love this staggered panel look. This birthday card came from, I believe, Donna. Yep, Donna Beller. The three of us all love purple. But yeah, she used that memorable blooms. Very pretty. I actually got a card from my daughter because I didn't want anything because she got me a lot of things for my fairy garden for Mother's Day. I got a pretty card. Oh, this is from my husband. This is from my adopted daughter in the Netherlands, Feike and her family. I send them kits, and so she made cards for us out of the kits. My mother-in-law gave me a card. This card, I think, is from Marianne. I have this die. Yeah, I do have this die. I'm not sure who it's from. If it's Simon Says, not sure. But anyways, it's a fun card. This card came from Donna Loney for my birthday. Isn't that cute? And let's see, this card came from Mary Lou, showing off the DSP. And this is from, I wonder if this is from Tracy. I think so. Is it? Yep, it's from Tracy. Got some heat or is that glitter paper? Wink of Stella. Maybe it's Wink of Stella in there. It makes it glitter. Very pretty. And purple. And from my brother and sister-in-law. So I got showered with lots of cards. I just love cards. So the card we're going to do today, now you don't get all anxious about it. It's just got a lot of fun stuff. And this was the one I made yesterday, just plain. I've actually had the template for a long time, for several years. And then you got a little belly band. It's really not hard. It just has lots of parts and pieces. Okay, and this week I am using the More Messages stamp set, which is a huge stamp set. And then it has the dies to cut them out. So I'm really getting into this stamp set. So I'm going to bring over my palette of pieces that I was trying to keep organized. I am using the Florals in Bloom paper. I use that for the first card I made. That's the other side. Secret Sea. That one's really pretty, but I'm not using it today. I use this one on the card that, I use this panel too. Very pretty. I really like this one. I haven't used it yet. I've always used the other side, but I use that on that card. I like when that you can mix and match the patterns. This is the one I'm using today. This pattern, and that's the other side. Yeah, purple. Love it. This one's also very pretty too. It's interesting that they don't list like Blackberry Bliss in the color palette, but that to me is what that looks like. So anyway, those are the papers. So pretty. So we have your basic base that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm using Petunia Pop. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Got an inside that's 4 by 5 1/4. That's for the inside. You got your belly band, which is 1 1/2 by 10. And I've got a piece of the DSP that's 1 3/8 by, I think this is 4 1/4. Did I just write? Yeah, this is 4 1/4. That's not right. 4 1/4. 1 3/8 by 4 1/4. Now these panels go, I got to move this back so we can see this whole thing. So the panels, I've got them by direction. Okay, this is the hardest part, just keeping it all straight. So this panel, I cut a piece of DSP 4 by 5 1/4, and I cut it up. It's not exact. You're going to have a small amount of scrap, but I'm trying to do, I wanted to do a scene. Now the card that I did when I watched the video, she just used different papers. Okay. I am using one piece, but both sides. So the first piece here is 3 by 2, and you score on the 3-inch side at 2 1/2. So you have this flap. Okay. That's the top left. The top right is 3 1/2 by 1 5/8, and you score at 3 at the long end. Okay. That's the upper right. The lower left is 2 1/8 by 2 1/2, and you're actually scoring on 1 5/8. So this is the 2 1/8 inch side. So 1 5/8 is the score line, that piece. And then the big piece is 4 by 2 1/2, and you're scoring on 3 1/2. Okay, so you've got those 4 pieces. Okay, so then the DSP. I am putting paper on the outside and the inside. So this is 2 1/4 by 1 3/4, and you need 2. So I'm just using both sides. That's for the upper left. Upper right, 2 3/4 by 1 3/8. And I will put these measurements in the comments. So 2 3/4, 1 3/8. The lower right is 1 3/8 by 2 1/4. And the big piece is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Now, when I cut this, I cut this piece first, and I just cut it all the way down. This was it's 2 1/4. So I did do that because this piece is 2 1/4 on that side as well. So I just cut that in half and then cut that at 1 3/4. And I only had to cut a little bit off on that side for that piece. And this side, I just cut the remaining 2. I did the long piece first and then cut off the edge for the 1 3/8. So it was 2 3/4. And so that left me this with very little, I mean, I had very little scrap from that 4 by 5 1/4 piece of DSP. what I recommend and what I did with this one originally was I used retired paper or paper I didn't like just to play with it. That's what I usually do when I do one of these folds. So what we are going to do is start gluing the DSP on. We're going to do that first. So, and I want to make sure that I'm going in the right direction so that it does make a scene. Wait a minute. Just go this way. Aha, that way. See, important. Very important. That goes there. If you're not making a scene, this does not matter, does it? Does not matter. Okay, so that goes like that. And then this goes like this. Awesome. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was all set. I have some straggler hairs I'm going to get off. Okay. Okay, so we are going to glue this with my favorite. So what are you doing today, Cindy? Are you playing in your craft space? Or have you got errands to run? I have some kind of a stomach issue, gastro issue, and it woke me up at 5 o'clock this morning. So I kind of had a late start. Because of course I came out and figured, well, I'll read. I took my medicine again. I drank some milk because that seems to help. It's better than Pepto. Okay, so there's that piece. It's done. So, and it luckily it didn't get into a full-blown thing, so I'm glad. Because that's not a way I want to start my day, because that could be like 3 hours of torture. This is just such pretty paper. And I'm using Petunia Pop. It's supposed to be, it's in the paper. I'll put this one on the back. I'm not caring if this matches, because I'm going to have words on all the panels anyway. Now you could make these borders smaller if you wanted to, because I adjusted these, because these measurements were not what I did originally. They were much smaller. So that they were, you know, like she used, with changing metric over to inches, you know, she had 1/16 of an inch. And I really don't want to use 1/16. I really hate to even use 1/8 of an inch. I'd rather use quarters, but I have one that I have to do, you know, the 1 5/8 thing. Have to do that. Yeah, I read this morning too. But I thought, oh, I can't keep, I mean, because I could just keep reading and reading and reading. But I was like, nope, I got to get busy. Got to get busy today. I know tonight I'm celebrating with some friends for another birthday dinner. And I think we are going with my daughter to the little fair at the Fairfield Mall. And just so you know, when you do this card, before you glue things on, place your pieces on your card base without gluing to make sure they fit. Because I've done some altering myself from my original card. Plus, I didn't want the DSP or the card base to be on the outside. I didn't like that. There. Okay. This way. Because these go 4 different, they touch, one piece touches a different side on this panel of this card. Now, my original card that she did, she put them on the outside. The little braces, I didn't like that. Plus, I wanted a bigger attachment on my card than just 1/4 of an inch. So I'm doing things a little different. Okay, so we got those pieces all together. Now we're going to take our card base, 4 by 5 1/4, and I am going to burnish these, and they're going to go on the inside so you don't see them. I figured if you do it on the outside, you could always add another piece of cardstock on here. You could do that. I know it's like, but it's, you get to see it on the front. You do get to see it on the front. It is pretty. Okay, so I'm putting this all the way in the corner. It has to line up. We don't want to see any paper. Oh, I moved. Okay. Well, what I found is I don't want these to brush together. I'd rather have a little bit of a gap, just a little bit of a gap. I got to crush this one. Let's crush this. It is a lot easier if you don't want to do directional paper or a scene. You just want to use DSP. Okay. That like that. And this like this. See, I think that might be just a little too snug, but that's okay. I'm not going to trim it. I mean, I would, it's hard to take off just a 1/16 of an inch, you know? It is very hard. This first card that I made yesterday, it is a little tight. And this is going to be a little tight. It's going to be okay. Now this one is the big flap. I just don't want to see this. And I didn't want to add another piece of cardstock that would add more weight to the card if I was going to mail this. Trying to make sure it's on this. Get it on there. Get it on there. Up. I just moved you. I just moved it. That's okay. Okay, so we got that. It's not perfect, but it's good. It is good. Now, so we got the flaps, inside, outside. Okay, I need to stamp and take my this. I use this board for watercoloring. Okay, so I used, where is it? Where is it? I used the Impressions of Bloom stamps. What a mess. Okay, so I used the Impressions of Bloom, and I just wanted to stamp. I like these flowers. Okay, so I am going to use, I think this one this time. And I am going to use the, where is it? Petunia Pop. We will use this. This stamp set is not, it's not too hard to figure out where to line these up for two-step stamping. It's not bad. Like that. Full strength for the lined piece. Using my Stampin' Scrub behind me to clean that off. Okay, so we'll put that back. And then we get this one. Okay, this is the stamp that goes with that. Let me see. I need a piece of scrap paper because I got to stamp off. Now to find it. I think it's this way. I'm looking these two and then there's one right next to them. So that's why I think that's what I need to do. Yeah, that looks right. Let's get this out of the way. Petunia Pop has definitely become one of my favorite colors. It's last year's in color, and I really like it. I like all the new in colors too. Let's see. I'm going to move these words because I stamped these in two colors. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I got to use a little centered little dot right here. This is probably the hardest part of the whole stamp for me, unless I'm standing right over it. There, that turned out pretty good. Okay, so I need this. Let's see. I need some shaded spruce, I think. Or no, that's kind of garden green, I think. Garden green. We'll get garden green. You like Petunia Pop too? Yeah. I love the purples, period. I don't want this so dark, though. I feel like it should go like this. Like that. Like that. That's good. That works like that. Clean that off. Let us see. I think that's all I'm going to do right there. Now, I need to put something inside. What I was planning on doing was putting something hopefully on every panel on the inside, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which color I want to use. Do I want to use the purple words, or do I want to do the secret C words? Going with a darker color. That hooray. Let's see if I can find the hooray. I'll just give you another word so you can see. What do you think would look better? The purple or the black, or the secret C? What do you think? I'm kind of thinking the secret C, but I don't know. I know I had to show my husband this card because I wasn't quite sold on it when I made it yesterday. I like it, but I was like, I'm just not sure. I'm undecided about this. But then when I finished it, I thought, okay, I like it. So what do you think, Cindy? Anybody got an idea which they would like? Because I'm thinking, this is Highland Heather. I wanted to get a darker color than the Petunia Pop. So, yeah, I'm thinking Secret C. Yep, you're thinking the same thing I am. And after I'm done, I want to show you some tips on this. So, I've got all these words. This is just a encouraging stamp, or a card. I'm not going to do happy birthday. Not going to do those. Okay. So I'm going to send this to somebody that I haven't seen in a while and I miss seeing. Don't need a congratulations. Could do a miss you. I'm not going to do that one. Well, I know they just became grandparents. So, again, so. Okay. So on the front, I think I'm going to put miss you. I'm going to put it on the belly band. So our belly band was 1.5 by 1.5 by 10. And I'm using this other piece of paper, the other side, to bring those all in. And I always fold them over in the back, but not tight. You don't want too tight. You want to be able to come over, give it a little bit of space. Give it some space. Like that. I think that'll work. Put a little bit of glue in here. You know, it's kind of quiet. I wonder if my dog is sleeping. She was pretty anxious. That could mean multiple things, like she sees a deer in the field. She hears bunny barking down 4 or 5 houses down. Could be a number of things. So then I take the belly band and I bring it around this way because I want my DSP and all that to cover that break. There we go. So this should go like this, and my DSP goes right here. That's going to work. Going to cover that up. You could do, you know, more floral type stuff on this, flowers on this. That's a good idea, die cutting some flowers. But I am doing Miss You. Man, yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm thinking that I may want a flower on here. I think I do. Where's my stamp set? Here it is. I think I want this die. This will not take long. This die, not that. Get some Petunia Pop. Where are you? Right under here. That way we can actually bring that color in with some paper. If I can find, I found a piece of scrap. Here we go. Here's some scrap. I was die cutting a lot of stuff yesterday. I finished up all my kits. I've got 4 people coming on tomorrow night, so I'm glad about that. I wasn't sure that I was going to have anybody tomorrow night, but I do. It's going to be my last Tuesday for a while. I'm going to be doing card buffet on Saturdays with different times open. I don't know, did I cut that all the way through? Let's just go that way. Okay. I just want one flower. One flower, that's all. Okay. I love this die system that they cut out, you know, the detail of the flower. I think that's pretty. At least with that one, I was smart enough to like put a dot so I knew where the dies lined up. I had a hard time doing it. Now I need Secret C right here. I want to do the dot on that. Got to have the little inside of the flower. See how we'll finish this thing up. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. We're done with that. Okay, so this will go like right here with the dimensional. Just one. Like that. And then this will go right here. I'll just glue that down. Like that. Miss You. Get it straight. I think so. Okay, so we got that. That's all done. We need to put things on here. Now, I could put hello right there. You need narrow things for the narrow panels, so that will work right there. Is that straight? A little bit. Like that. Keep knocking it off. Come on now. There, just like that. Hi there, we'll go right there. Like that. That looks pretty straight. And then what are we going to put next? Lots of love right there. Of course, you could put some flowers in here. You just don't want to make it too thick because it won't hold, your belly band won't fit. Lots of love. And what's this one say? So I want to put this on the inside. This is going to go in here. That's too big. Maybe I'll just do a note right here. That's what I envisioned with this stamp set and this card. I thought, oh, I could use lots of things on here. Okay, so I know what I'm doing there, so I'll put this in here. Oops. And like this. I don't think it's too noticeable, the little flaps. And this is You Are Simply Incredible. So see, I mean, this is nice. I've used up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentiments, I think. 6 with that. So there's that. And I wonder if I have any embellishments left. I'm waiting to put in another order. I know I have some purple somewhere too. That's pink. Purple. This is what I was looking for. My purple ones. Purple fine shimmer gems. I can't talk. Oh, thanks for your input, Brenda. Let's see. Okay. Now we will do this. I'm going to do the lightest color, I think. Because this is kind of your Highland Heather. Almost looks like there might be some not berry burst, blackberry bliss. So, do you like that idea? It's really not that hard, but it's just fun. Little panels that can pop out to say something. I'm just going to send this to a friend. So, I hope you like that, and as soon as I can get off here, I will go in and put the measurements in. I don't do them ahead of time because I've done that, and then I can't get on. So then I can't use video. Like my video or my internet's just so iffy. So I hope you like that. This one did not have anything on the inside. I think I would need flowers or something. I need something on it. But I love the paper. So I hope you give this a try, and I'd really appreciate it if you like, subscribe, all the good things to help with the algorithm so I get out there more. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. Bye.